All right, I wanted to share a cool activity I did with chemistry today. We're starting to learn about atoms, and so as part of learning about atoms, we learn about the history of how our understanding of atoms has changed over time. And so one of the things that is really key in that history is realizing that we can't actually look at atoms, and so in order to figure out what their structure is, we have to go about it in a creative sort of indirect process. And so this activity it was inspired by a Kagan book that I have, a Kagan activity, and it's called the Atomic Mystery Box. And so what I have are three containers, and these represent atoms, and they have different things in them. You can kind of hear that they're different. And so what students are supposed to do is they have to observe, do an experiment or observations where they look at these three atoms and they try to figure out what's inside. So obviously we can shake them, we could kind of slowly rotate them and do different things to try to figure out what's inside. Now I have the students in different groups, and some of them are given magnets and some of them have toothpicks. And so they have some different tools which represent maybe doing different types of experiments to figure out the structure of an atom. So maybe the student with a magnet could come up here and see if there's anything magnetic. This one doesn't seem to. Sounds like this one has something magnetic. Okay, I'm gonna let go, it shakes, and then when I put it on, it doesn't move. Okay. This one also has something magnetic. Okay, so we can gather some information about that. And then I also put some little peepholes in there, and so students can use the toothpick and maybe probe in there and feel what is going on inside the atom. And so they have to use these tools and use their careful observation skills to figure out what is inside the atom. Obviously, these are not real atoms, but it illustrates the fact that when we do real experiments with atoms, we can't go to some magical instruction manual of the universe and see if what we think the atom is like is actually true. We don't know. The only thing we can go off of is the evidence we have, and we just have to assume that the conclusions we reach are consistent with the evidence that we have from our investigation. So the frustrating part for students is that I don't ever let them open the box. They can make some conclusions and make an argument for what they think is in these containers or what they think the structure of an atom is, but the best we can do is just go off of the evidence we're given. There's no answer key to the universe, and so we just have to go with the evidence that we have. And until new evidence comes along, we might be able to change what we think is inside these containers, or we might change what we think the structure of an atom is. But there's no answer key, and so we just have to go with the evidence that we're given. So I think it's a cool activity. I think it went well today. Curious what you guys think about it. Thanks.